Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, I want to take this time and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through His only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. And I hope you sincere brothers and sisters is edified by this word. And the name of the lesson is called The Spiritual Blueprint on How a Husband Should Properly Treat His Wife According to the Bible. Let me say it again, man. The name of the word tonight is going to be The Spiritual Blueprint on How a Husband Should Properly Treat His Wife According to the Bible. If you just tuning in to this word, if you caught last night's word, I spoke about the wives, and how they should be, how they should treat their husbands, and it was a biblical blueprint on how to do that. And Sarah was a beautiful example of that for the wives. And like I previously stated, that I would also touch on the husbands. And tonight I want to. This is going to be a continuation of the wife and husband conduct, how they should treat one another in this union called marriage. And if you go by the worldly standards, a husband is going to treat his wife all kind of crazy, all kind of left-sided. Same as a wife. If you go by the worldly customs, she's going to treat him with all type of disrespect. But see, that's why it is a beautiful thing called the Bible, because as Israelites, man, we were given the cheat code. Okay, the Bible is the cheat code for a lot of different things, especially marriage. Marriage is a real big thing. It's very special, and today people don't value marriage like marriage was originally valued in the ancient times, man. Sarah, Abraham, Rachel and Jacob, I believe, Ruth and Boaz, David and Bathsheba. I mean, it's just a lot of different examples, man. But in this word tonight, man, you sincere brothers that's married, you're gonna learn according to the Bible how you should treat your wife, man. This goes for myself. This goes for the elder founder of our church and any other brother that has a wife. Especially you young brothers, man. A lot of you young brothers I see out here are clueless to how you handle your woman. And then you have guys my age, which are middle-aged guys, that need to be properly shown the right way. And I have fell short myself in certain areas pertaining to how I treat my wife. So this is a real sobering word for the brothers, man. But I guarantee you, you will be edified according to the Bible. You don't have to listen what man talking about. Man will tell you to man will tell you some things and have you running your marriage into the ground. So you don't listen to the worldly perspective or a man's perspective. You listen to the Holy Scriptures perspective, and you're going to be fine. What you see on the screen is a beautiful example of how a man treats his wife with affection, love and affection. You see that? That's a man that not only loves his wife, but he's showing her endearment and affection. You see? This is a beautiful sign, okay, that this husband is showing you one of the fundamental ways, one of the fundamental examples of how you properly treat your wife with love, care, and affection, man. Well, we're going to continue where we left off last night. Last night, I brought you 1 Peter 3, verses 5 and 6 in regards to the wives' conduct and how they treat their husbands. And we're going to close it out in verse 7 tonight, 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. And it deals with the husband and how he should properly treat his wife, man. In 1 Peter 3 and 7, it says, "Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. That's cold, man. Also in Ephesians chapter 5, Colossians, I want to say 3, verses 18, 19. So it's other references of how a husband and wife should treat one another. But I really love 1 Peter 3 and 7, man, because it really gives you a real sound blueprint, a real sound spiritual blueprint on how you treat your wife, man. The first thing that I want to look into in 1 Peter 3 and 7, it says, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them. Okay, dwell with them. Okay, that's talking about your wife. Okay, you reside. A beautiful example of dwelling with your wife is residing together with her in a home as a family. Okay, that's almost the number one thing. When you dwell with your wife, you residing with her together as a family. And not only that, you handle and maintain the matrimonial intercourse as well as part of dwelling with her. It says, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. You reside together as a family, and you handle and maintain matrimonial intercourse with your wife based off moral wisdom concerning the divine of the spirit, and also entertaining the human duties, living in order, like being faithful to one another and not defiling the marriage bed, man. Yeah. 1 Peter 3 and 7, it says, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. And what else it says? Giving honor unto the wife. What's a beautiful example of giving honor to your wife, man? You show her the highest degree of dignity and respect. Okay, as someone valued as precious and prestige. That's a beautiful example of giving honor unto your wife. Another example of giving honor to your wife is being her protector, being her supporter, being her provider. You dig? Yeah, man. Y'all gonna learn something tonight, bros. You see? Likewise, 1 Peter 3 and 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife. It says, as unto the weaker vessel. Okay, she's the weaker vessel. So in other words, this woman is without strength. Okay, this woman is the softer sex. You dig? And it's the husband's obligation in the marriage as the strong, courageous one to absolutely be extremely gentle and kind with her. And you must care properly for her, or you will break her due to her being too fragile. See, a woman is the weaker vessel for a reason. She's sensitive, all right? She's without strength. She's the softer sex. And like I say, man, it's the husband's obligation in the marriage, man, being the strong one and the courageous one, to be extremely gentle and kind with her. When it's confrontation, you have to go the gentle and kind route with her. Kind route with her, and that's where I have fell short in the past. I'm not always extremely gentle with my wife. I'm not always extremely kind with her, due to frustrations and whatever is happening. For some strange reason, I deviate from the gentle and kind approach. But her being the weaker vessel, you have to approach it that way. Okay? By your wives being the weaker vessel, you must care properly for her. Because if you care for her improperly, you're going to break her. Why? Because she's a weaker vessel. You're going to break her. Why? Because she's fragile. You see? So you brothers, man, you got to be extremely careful, including myself. You see, what's the name of the lesson, man? The spiritual blueprint on how a husband should properly treat his wife according to the Bible, man. And in 1 Peter 3:7, it reads, "Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and being heirs," okay, being heirs together of the grace of life. Being heirs together is what? Husband and wife being joint participants in this marriage. And not only that, by being heirs together, that means they're one flesh. That means they're on the same page. That means they're on the same wavelength in this marriage of love and harmony, man. That's a beautiful example of being heirs together. Of what? The grace of life, the goodwill, the loving kindness and favor of life. You see that? That's cold, man. Yeah. It says that your prayers be not hindered. So when you have an expression of gratitude to Yahweh for his mercies and spirit benefits that he has bestowed upon you, you want to make sure that they're not hindered, that they're not restrained, that they're not stopped, that they're not cut off. You see? So there's fundamental things that you have to do as a husband, man, which shows you how you properly treat your wife, man. It's cold-blooded, man. I mean, I ain't even really got to say no more. I mean, if you brothers out there have a wife and you struggling with how you treat her, or if you struggling with learning how you treat her, one of the main scriptures you can go to is 1 Peter 3:7. And it's going to give you everything that you need to be on your way of being a good husband that properly treats his wife right, according to the Bible, man. Like I said, man, you give her honor. You give her the highest degree of dignity and respect. Because her being your wife, she's someone valued as precious and prestige. But see, I can understand why a lot of husbands don't give their wives honor. Because a lot of wives today are disrespectful. They ungrateful. They don't appreciate some of us when we do show you respect, when we do show you kindness, when we do show you love, when we do protect you, when we do support you, when we do provide for you. A lot of wives still disrespect their husband when they have bestowed nothing but honor upon them. So I understand some men have attempted to honor these wives, and soon as the wives go hamburger, they like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. And I've been guilty of that as well. You know, your wife is the weaker vessel. She's the softer sex. She's without strength, fellas. So, you got to understand, man, you got to always deal with her in a gentle and kind manner. She's not built for it tough like we are. We can take criticism. We can take the blame. We can take those things, you see. But a woman, she don't like that. A woman, she don't want, she can't handle the hardcoreness that us men bring to the table. Women like to be finessed in a way of, romanced, and a woman want to be at ease. She wants that gentle, kind approach. You know what I'm saying? And how can we do that if we raising our voice at them, we being bitter towards them, you know what I'm saying, and treating them as though they some enemy on the street. You understand what I'm saying, man? These wives of ours are the weaker vessel, bro. So you can't treat them like you would treat a dude on the street. You got to be real tactical. Even when it's confrontation, you still have to be extremely gentle and kind with her. And like I said before, You must care for her properly, because you got to understand, man. If you mishandle how you deal with her being the weaker vessel, she's gonna break. Why? Because she's mentally, physically fragile, spiritually fragile as well, man. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters was edified by this word. And we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, through his only begotten son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. And amen. Keep Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahushua, first in everything you do. And stay prayed up, man, at all times. Shalom.